stuck to the fence.
It sure is. It's the last missing piece of the photograph.
Hooray!
We did it.
Now that we have the lot of them, let's see if we can piece the photograph back together.
Let's do it.
It's just the box.
Yeah. It's a jigsaw puzzle. I have a feeling like that's not where those go.
What?
Because they're snapping into, like, not the corners.
Well, I can't turn
Can you
them.
turn?
I can't turn them.
Can they? They can't be turned? But why?
Oh, wait. Wait,
Oh,
hold on.
there it is.
They can
There
be
it is.
turned. Darn it! Okay. Hold on.
Okay,
There
that.
we go.
Right.
No.
Does
Okay.
it go on the bottom?
Probably.
Yeah, that one. I think.
Does it?
Maybe.
I don't think that fits. I'm just gonna
Fits
set
the
that.
best.
Okay. Oh. This.
Yeah, there's still going to be that slight bit of separation to show that it was torn up.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Is it a photograph of what's inside the Elysian box?
No, it's just the box.
Are we gonna die?
No.
Oh. They really decided to make almost like none of the pieces be turned the correct way on purpose, huh?
Yeah. Oh, nope. Don't do that.
I think.
That works.
Yeah. Then flip that one upside down and put it next to it. Yeah.
Hold on. This. Is that correct? There we go.
Yeah. Also, apparently our stream disconnected at some point.
Of course it did. Love that for us.
How was that incorrect?
Are you sure all the pieces are in the right spot?
Yes! Was
Clearly.
it just upside down or something? I need to get
it does look weird.
Full screen. Are maybe the middle pieces? No.
I mean,
is it literally just upside down?
Well, no, because we tried to
Can you
fit those
swap?
in.
Yeah, but they were turned sideways was the problem.
Okay. Maybe.
Just turns out it's just upside down.
Which, I mean, to be fair, I did spin them all upside down. So. Okay. Please turn. Why? There we go.
You should have never turned me upside down.
Clearly.
Now I'm gonna just be a pain in your butt. Hey, Layton, Luke, you could have just accepted it.
Yeah.
You could have just turned it upside down yourself.
Or again, it's like, do we really need?
A puzzle for this?
Yeah. Like, I get it that that's the whole
Like
game.
this style of puzzle for it
Like, and
was
again,
just like
I get that that's the game. That doesn't look quite right. I think I put those on the wrong side. Nope.
no, those were in.
That was apparently correct.
I think you have those top two swapped.
No, those are fit. Those fit in nicely. This does not look right to me.
But it matches up though
Does it?
with what's below it.
But this matches up with up top. And this is not fitting well on here. Hold on, I'm gonna turn it. This does not feel right.
But like on the bottom center two, there are those jewel
Oh,
bits.
there we go. I had them on the wrong area. Oh, you're right.
It
That's
has a
wrong.
face.
It does have a face. It looks like it's a ram. It's the ram's horns.
Sure is. I
Um,
think that's right now.
yeah, I mean, there's this whole.
Unless if we swap
That's
those
all
two at the
wrong.
bottom.
And maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it was.
There we go. So yeah, it was upside down. Oh my gosh.
That was almost too easy.
It's the box!
Box, and it has the ram's horns. What do you mean? What could? There, that's all of it. Gosh, Professor.
Luke, were I to venture a guess, I'd say we see before us this Elysium box.
Yeah. Oh, look, the design on the top of the box looks the same as the fountain in Folson's.
Yes, I noticed the resemblance myself. What an unusual emblem. The imagery seems to suggest some sort of it's a sheep. It's a ram.
It's a ram, which I guess, like, sometimes that's related to the devil.
But it's
Well,
literally
that
just
seems
a sheep.
appropriate, doesn't it? I mean, the box did kill poor Dr. Schrader after all.
It's a mimic!
Wow.
Well, perhaps it did. And perhaps it didn't. We won't know until we have the actual item in our hands. For now, our best course of action might be to show this photo to the townsfolk and see what they say.
Sounds good to me. Who knows? Maybe the photo will help jog. Why is... Oh, it's not capitalized. The dot between the J... the... whatever. Jog someone's memory, or... Ah. The wind just blew away the picture, didn't it? What are we going to do now? The wind blew away all of the photo piece. We
This
have to
is
collect
quite
them
an
again.
unfortunate turn of events.
Do they go into the spooky forest?
Wait, no, just hold on.
Oh.
Read.
With that piece missing, the emblem looks completely different. Less evil and more, frog.
Yeah,
Yeah, I noticed that too.
yeah. Well, if
Looks
we
more like a
lose any
frog.
more pieces, we won't look much of anything. Let's paste the remaining down so we don't lose any more to the wind. Solved.
Solved. It's a frog. I mean,
A goat.
goat. It's a frog. Is the vampire actually a frog?
Sure.
Is it a frog prince?
Sure. Professor Layton, sir. Pardon, my good man. Whatever is the matter? The inspector has found the person responsible for Dr. Schrader's murder. I have strict orders to round everyone up at the hotel as soon as possible, sir. Understood. We will head there right now. Come, Luke, let's hurry.
Was it Beluga? Oh,
Chapter 6. Alright, let's go.
to the hotel.
How many chapters do we have in this one? Is it is it 10? Is it 8? Also, Shelby is speaking.
All of the teas,
Uh-huh.
tea ingredients will be available by the end of 6.
Nice. Okay. Well, it's Shelby.
Ah, Mr. Layton, so glad you could finally join us. With you here, we now have every suspect in the murder of Dr. Schrader gathered in this room. A few days ago, renowned archaeologist Dr. Andrew Schrader was found dead in his London home. His murder is still at large, but look around you. You could very well be sitting next to the culprit.
A suspect? Me? Utter nonsense. What reason could I possibly have to kill a man I don't even know?
A bit slow on the uptake, eh? Mr. Beluga, every person in this room is after the Elysian box. That box ties each of you to our dead man, so there's no doubt that one of you here did the deed.
I'm sure putting this case together has been a triumph of police work, Inspector. So tell me, what facts have you unearthed in these last few days?
Watch closely now, Mr. Layton. This is how we unravel mysteries in Scotland Yard.
Okay. You have my full attention, Inspector. Please, hypothesize away.
I first learned of false sense through evidence obtained in the late doctor's office. According to his notes, Schrader spent quite some time in town searching for the Elysian box. When I learned he died shortly after returning home to London, everything came into focus. I believe our criminal first spotted the doctor when he was inquiring about the Elysian box here in town. Spying a chance to obtain the coveted box, the fiend followed the doctor to London and murdered him.
Oh, now that's a deduction worthy of London's finest. So out with it then. Who's our man?
Hold your horses, I'm getting there. To summarize, the culprit must have been to Fulsense before. What's more, this person must have also had the ability to travel freely between here and London. Now, as we all know, only those affiliated with the Military Express have that ability. And now all eyes turn to Mr. Beluga, eh? Well, turn him back. He's gonna say it's the nephew, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mr. Beluga stated he was in London conducting business that day, and his alibi checked out. Huh? But if it's not Mr. Beluga... That's right, our murderer stands before us. and his name is Sammy Thunder.
What? You gotta be kidding me, man!
I know Mr. Beluga has ordered you to turn over every stone in this town to find the Elysian box. He worked you like a dog and you resented that treatment. You decided to beat him to the punch and make off with his precious box.
This is an outrage, Samuel. What do you have to say for yourself? I'm being framed. You're out of your gourd, man. Now I see why the box has eluded me for so long. You've been holding out on me, Samuel. No, I haven't. I swear on my favorite leather pants. Come on, Uncle. You know me. I'd never do anything that crazy.
Yeah, Uncle. You'll have plenty of time to tell your story back in London from a cell. Now, come along.
So it was the conductor after all. I didn't think he had it in him. But at least we can all rest easy now.
Is it just me, or are Flora's eyes more dead than normal? Anyway, Professor, do you really think Sammy could have committed such an awful crime?
Well, all we have to go on is this single torn photograph recovered from the doctor's room.
Rogue.
Oh, so that's the Elysian box. Wow, very fancy. I like the cute goat design on top. Oh my. Flora. Thank you, Flora. I knew something didn't feel quite right, but thanks to you, it's all coming into focus.
Really? Do tell, Professor.
Oh, come on, officer, man. My only crime is rocking, and rocking ain't a crime. Yow! Let me go.
I'm glad I got his voice exactly correct.
It could have been no other voice.
Well, it's just everybody else has a British accent, and he's just like straight up California dude, bro.
Yep.
Just a moment, Inspector, tell me. I believe we've all committed a large and rather unfortunate oversight.
Layton's saying it.
You're right.
Where are you going with this, Professor?
No one here has ever seen the Elysian box that we've been looking for. The one and only piece of visual evidence we possess is this torn photograph.
And get to the point.
The point is this, Inspector. The only person who could know what the Elysian box looks like is the suspect you're after. And it is this person who must have stolen the box in the first place.
Yes, and I've got the slippery fellow right here. Ow! Take it easy, officer. Pipe down, you hooligan. And watch the hair, will ya? Wow!
Sorry to disappoint, but he's not the culprit.
Score. What? Stop talking in circles and get to the point, Layton. Who should be wearing the handcuffs?
Isn't it obvious? If the criminal does indeed reside in our midst, he or she would be the only one of us to see the Elysian box in person, which means the culprit. Must be you there.
What? Flora! Ooh.
Inspector, look here.
That's the photo I dropped.
Indeed. This, for those who don't know, is a piece of evidence recovered by the inspector. It's a photo of the Elysian box, and I have every confidence that this shot depicts the real thing.
So, this little knick-knack here is what started the whole mess? To be honest, it's a bit outlandish for my taste. What with the bizarre frog head on it.
Aha!
I see you've put the pieces together too, Luke. Inspector, the emblem decorating the top of this box depicts not a frog, but a goat.
A goat? Not by my eyes, it doesn't.
That's just it. This photograph is missing the piece containing the goat's eyes. In its current form, the image looks like a frog to most people, as was the case with you, Inspector. Flora, dear, I believe you said the design looked like a cute goat, did you not? Well, that clears things up nicely. If you say you saw a goat, that must mean you've seen the real Elysian box before. Who are you really?
And where's my daughter?
Layton, I'm sure you're very proud of yourself for seeing through my disguise again.
Waluigi.
I believe
There's you, Layton.
that was so loud in my ears.
Oh,
Going in.
there's you and your in that foppish hat of yours. Wah.
Don Paolo.
I beat you to the box, and given a little more time, I would have beaten you to cracking its secret. And of course, the hurts and fortune would have been mine. But that ship has sailed now. Wah. So you're the one who had the Elysian box all along. Another brilliant deduction from Layton's apprentice. Clearly he's learned from the best. But yes, you're right, little man. I stole it off the old fool while he was snoozing on the floor. The geezer probably caught a cold sleeping on the ground like that. So he's not a murderer. Not that I care one iota. Well, criminal negligence. Anyway. Not that I care one iota. Snoozing? But Dr. Schrader wouldn't sleep on the floor. Hey, wait a second. If you've been posing as Flora, then where's the real Flora? Thank you, Luke. Oh, she's probably making hay angels with cows in that old dropstone barn I left her in. Or maybe she's just sitting there fuming because you bumblers didn't even notice we switched places. I must thank you two dolts for your help. You've given me more than enough information. The jig may be up, but the dance is far from over. I'm so close to unlocking the secret of the Elysian box. Now I need to merely take this box to the... Hold it right there, you scoundrel. Yeah. I've got a lot of questions, and you will answer them once I've escorted you back to London. Where do you think you're going? Ha! You got you slippery devil. Ah! You meddlesome oaf! You have no idea just how slippery I can be. Don't just stand there, the worm's getting away. Fool, did you really think a soft-bodied flatfoot like yourself could catch me? So long, Layton. Think you can give me the slip, eh? I'll catch you yet. Phantom?
Oh, was I not in? Hello?
I mean, it was almost entirely me
Yeah.
for
No,
talking
I
there,
had
but
coughed at some point, and so I turned off my mic, so my mic was
Gotcha. Well, the only thing that was
Barton, yeah.
Barton.
I said it, and then you seemed confused, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Wow, look at the three of them shake a leg. I didn't think they had it in them.
I must say, I never once suspected Don Paolo had been posing as Flora, and for so long.
I sure hope the real Flora is okay. We absolutely can't forget to pick her up on the way back to London.
Of course we won't. But I'm sure Flora is having a grand old time playing with the cows.
That's one way of thinking about it, Layton. Another thing I can't get out of my head is what Don Paolo said about Dr. Schrader. He said the way he was talking, it didn't sound like he killed Dr. Schrader. Either that or he has no concept of death. But if he didn't, who did?
I think you're spot on there, Luke. Something else is responsible for the doctor's death. Right now, I'd say the Elysian box is the key to learning what that something was.
Box is just laced with, like, some deadly toxin.
Anthrax!
I mean,
It just has anthrax in it.
then I guess we've reached a dead end. If only Don Paolo hadn't run off with the... Professor, look!
It's
Just
box
on the ground.
fine.
And Beluga and Sammy are nothing?
Well, look at that.
Don Paolo must have dropped it when he was running away from Inspector Chelmy.
So this is it, the Elysian box. At last, the box. Inside sleeps the key to uncovering a massive family fortune. I beg your pardon, sir. Mr. Layton, I'm going to ask you to hand over that box now. As the son of the late Duke Curzon, I am the rightful owner of that box.
The box belongs to the Herzens?
Yes! The goat! The ram! You're hard of hearing, boy. Inside this box is the key to cracking the secret of the Herzon fortune. Seeing as how I share the bloodline, that box should pass into my hands and no one else's. Oh my, that does change things. I suppose we'll have to.
Mr. Beluga, listen to yourself. You're no more entitled to that box than I am, or any other person in this room for that matter.
You listen here, Porter. This is none of your business, so I suggest you keep your opinions to yourself.
No, I'm sorry, but I won't stand by and watch you claim that box as your own. If... Oh no.
Anyone?
If anyone has the rightful claim to that box, it is the current Duke of Florence himself. Fulsence. Not Florence. Who's Florence?
Flora.
Don't worry about it. Besides, I've heard about you. You turned your back on this town and left of your own free will. In my book, your claim to the fortune was lost the day you walked out of Fulsence.
Oh, is that so? You've got
Yes.
some nerve, buddy. If what Krantz says is true, I'm afraid I can't hand this box over to you in good conscience, sir. Hey, Uncle, what do you say we give up on chasing this box? Keeping stuff on the DL is exhausting. Don't you tell me how to run my affairs, Samuel. You've forgotten who signs your paychecks. I never even wanted to be a conductor in the first place. Plus, paying errand boy is getting old, man. It's more than a guy like me can take. Sammy Thunder wasn't born to work a 9-to-5 gig. Sammy Thunder was born to rock! Hey world, I'm climbing back on the rock train and riding it to the top. Yow! Samuel, what are you blabbing on about? Come back here at once.
You just fired him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Beluga, but I think I'll have to hold on to this box for the moment. Fine. Do what you want. I hope that awful box curses all of you twice over. Okay.
Aha. So it seems Don Paolo wasn't responsible for the doctor's death in the end. Maybe it really was the Elysian Box's fault after all.
Yes, it sounds like the doctor had already collapsed by the time Don Paolo arrived on the scene. Perhaps you're right, Luke. The box could very well contain a lethal element that killed the doctor, like anthrax. But
Mm-hmm.
without seeing the box's effect in action, how can we be sure?
Surely you don't mean...
I do, Luke. We must open the box ourselves. It's the only way. And if there's any white powder, we'll breathe it in deeply. Please, just hold on a moment.
Kotia?
Is there any way I can convince you to let me have that box? It's of vital importance. Before I do that, I would need to know more first. Why is this box so important to you? I'm sorry, it's not for me to say, but I must deliver that box to somebody important. I must. Who is this person? I can't tell you anymore, but once I'm done, I'm certain this awful curse will go away forever. The curse will end, and everything will be over and done with, and he'll... Whatever do you mean, dear? Help! Somebody, anybody, come quick! Everybody else just got taken away to Herzen Castle. The vampire's gonna suck his blood, and he's gonna steal his soul. Why did it have to be him? Why? He was such a stand-up guy, too. What? No, that's impossible.
Wait, Kotia, where are you running off to? Wow, she sure left in a hurry. Maybe all that vampire talk scared her. Do you know what she was talking about? I feel like I could only follow half of what she said.
I'm as confounded as you are, Luke, but after our discussion I am doubly sure now that this box contains a greater secret. The path to understanding everything lies right before us. While potentially powerless, opening the box seems to be the only course of action left to us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Then let's take this to our room so we can open the box away from prying eyes.
Best to kill as few people with it as possible.
Alright. Wait, go to our hotel room.
Finally, the Elysian box.
Indeed, Luke.
I like the frog design more.
Yeah.
Mhm. Huh?
Huh? The box is empty, and we're still alive.
It's out of anthrax.
Then it would seem my theory was correct.
What do you mean, Professor?
Oh, okay, we only missed 3. That's not too bad.
Nice.
We must head back into town and do a bit more asking around. I need to confirm my suspicions. Alright, so we're getting to the end. I'm thinking let's go to Granny's shack and do a few puzzles before we end.
Yeah,
Oh,
sounds good to
whoops.
me.
Accidentally
Good evening, sirs.
talk to the guy. Okay.
Divine patronage. Warm
Yep.
memories. Activity. Mining. Mr. Beluga.
Brother. Okay.
That was is the surname Beluga or hey.
Oh, it's not gonna let me move on because Sammy's in the freaking way. Yo, it's my main dudes. You're the only reason I didn't catch that bogus charge. To say thanks, I pulled some strings with a museum curator and got him to open the place for you. It's not much, but maybe you'll find some righteous info there to help your case. Make sure you check it out.
Thanks, Sammy. It got pretty hairy back there for a little bit, didn't it? I still haven't gotten over discovering that Mr. Beluga is actually part of the Herson family.
Yeah, my uncle never really told me much about it at all. I just know he had some kind of blowout with his dad, the Duke, and decided to leave for good. He did talk a lot about the brother he left behind, though. He had a real soft spot for the guy. But now it looks like that gnarly vampire's running around the castle. I hate to say it, but I doubt anyone survived that wicked, scary monster moving in. Oh, got another diary key.
Is the vampire just not the vampire, not the brother?
We open you.
Brother Pyre?
Okay, there you go.
Today is a day to celebrate. At long last, the girl I love has agreed to give me her hand in marriage. I must begin preparing for her arrival at once. I'll gladly change out the castle's decor if it'll make her feel more at ease here. I'm also commissioning a special dress to be made. She's going to look stunning in it. I just know it. Are you going to change the castle's decor to be more vampiric?
Yeah, she was super uncomfortable with all the florals and sunshiny designs. Okay, let's do some puzzles.
Oh, Granny.
Surviving in the wild.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
After years of bad business, a local zoo has finally run out of money to feed its animals. Bellies rumbling from days with no food, the animals make a plan to escape the zoo. After prying open the bars on their rusted cages, all the animals attempt to find their way through the maze-like walls of the zoo. Exit. Tap the picture of each animal you think made it safely out of the zoo, and then tap submit to the answer. Just remember, an animal shows its true colors in the wild. Okay. So, let's go through.
I mean, there's a non-zero chance that it's just like the three predators.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the rabbit.
But does the rabbit cross paths with the lion?
Okay, so the giraffe can't go that way.
You might need to clear it.
Well, I need to see who.
Yeah, but
I guess,
some
yeah.
of the openings are gone now.
Wait, yeah, hold on. Okay. Goes through here. Oh, I don't think the giraffe can get out. Yeah, the giraffe can't get out at all. I just
Okay.
doesn't, it's just not connected to the exit.
Work on the panda, I'll start working on the tiger. Tiger is also trapped.
Oh, the panda is going right by
The gator,
the gator and cannot get out. It doesn't have an exit.
so only the rabbit.
Well, we haven't seen the lion yet, have we?
True.
Yeah,
Lion
okay, the
can go to
lion
the
can,
rabbit.
yeah, the lion can go to the rabbit, so. Lion!
So maybe just the lion.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Yep.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Yep. So now there's just a lion on the loose.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna do puzzles until we run out of time. Pass the apples. Johnny and Thomas are carrying some apples. If Johnny gave Thomas one apple, the two men would each have the same number of apples. Conversely, if Thomas gave Johnny 2 apples, Johnny would have 3 times the number of apples that Thomas would have. Just how many apples is each of the men holding?
2 and 1. 2 Johnny, 1 Thomas.
Yeah.
This should do the trick.
No.
No.
Well,
I did something
I
wrong there.
suppose you can't win them all.
Gave him-
If Thomas gave Johnny
It would have
2
to be two odd
apples.
numbers.
Yeah. And Thomas has to have at least 2, because if Thomas gave Johnny 2 apples, Johnny would have 3 times. So he would have to have 3 at least, so that he could have 1 left to give to him. And if Johnny gave Thomas 1 apple, the 2 men would have the same number of apples. So he has 5.
But
You're right, that's not right. I'm just saying that's the...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not right, though.
No.
No.
so they need to be 1 apart. Is it? No. They need to be 2 apart.
Yeah, they need to be 2 apart. Johnny has to have 2 more than Thomas so that he can give him 1 for them to be equal. If it was
Is it
4 and 3,
2 apart?
2 apart.
4 and 2? No. Yes?
No. Because
Because that's 0.
yeah, 6 is not 3 times 0.
And it's not 5 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 6 and 4?
Might be 6 and 4.
But that's not. Is that 3 times?
No, because that
No.
would be 8 and 2.
Is it 8 and 6? No. Because that's
10.
4 and 10.
Yeah. Okay, what about 10 and 8? Nope. It clearly has to be 1, less than 10. So 9.
Suppose we were going
7.
evens. So 8 and 8, which is correct. And then no.
And then 7.
Because that would just be 5 and 11.
Yeah. So
7 and 5.
7 and 5.
9 and 3, there it is.
There we are.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Luckily, with them only giving us,
A true
1,
gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Mm-hmm.
integer for each, or whatever. Alright, we can probably do 1 more.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 if this one goes quickly.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. In order to wrap the flower just like the leftmost drawing, how would you begin the wrapping? I think it would be B or C. Because the wrapping part, the curling part, is just the white. It's not the green.
Yeah. Then it's B?
Well,
Maybe?
try it.
And now to
Yes.
test my theory.
No. Okay.
C
I think
then.
it's C.
Well, I suppose you
You think
can't
hard about the
win
clues
them
you've
all.
been given? I'm not. No, I'm not going to. I have 4
Can't
answers.
make me.
You can't make me. There's 4 answers. I can just.
It's multiple
click.
choice. Should have just gone with the standard multiple choice
Yeah, there
thing
we
of
go.
just picking C.
Yeah.
Huh. Wonderful.
Pick C and move on.
Yep. There we go. Okay. Ooh, got a hamster toy. Nice.
Nice.
Trees on the road. Okay, last one.
Trees.
Which we
on
might
the
have to look
road.
up just so we don't go too far over. Oh, it's another multiple choice. Perfect. The
We'll be
country road
fine.
you see here is lined with a single straight row of trees, each planted at a different time and each of a different distance from its neighbor. Of the 5 trees labeled A through E, which 2 trees have the greatest distance between them? Maybe.
Just A
Yeah.
and E.
Yeah.
Why would it be any of the others?
Well, the trick is like O of
Yeah, they're
any 2.
different heights.
No. The trick is
Or
like
wait.
between A and B, or B and C, or C and D, or D and E. Like that's the trick that they're
Ah,
trying to make you think about.
nah.
It was just we just immediately saw through it. All right. Well, it's 10, so
Apparently
we're
we
gonna
missed.
end this.
I think
I
it's
had a good time.
4 that we missed a bunch.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And we will be back next Tuesday. Happy New Year's. We're back into gaming. It's all good.
It's 2024.
It's 2024. Let's get some actual people watching us when we stream. Wouldn't that be nice?
Remember when that happened sometimes?
Yeah. It's fine that people don't watch us. Because it means I'm still playing the games. Alright. Again, thank you everybody. And we'll talk in a week. We'll see you in a week.
Bye.